They started the season badly. This Premier League campaign has been tough, but in the Cup, Everton fans are sensing that all could end very well. On the day, they can match anyone. Just ask Chelsea.
Chelsea continue their quest for a hat-trick of FA Cup successes. Everton stand between them and a place in the 5th round. It's much brighter. And it's Lopez! And here is Leighton Baines! Look at the Champions League final in Moscow. Anelka won't want to be reminded of that penalty shootout, and he's missed here as well. But Ashley can't get it right here. There's the answer. It's into the Everton fans. From them all. Everton have done it. Scenes of unbridled joy.
Having knocked out the cup holders, Everton are about to turn their attention to Championship club Reading, but the Royals won't be daunted. Just over a year ago, they won a third-round replay against Liverpool at Anfield. Winning at Goodison Park or even holding Everton would be another terrific result. In the Eon-sponsored FA Cup, it's a royal appointment. Royal Blues of Everton versus the Royals of Reading. Good evening, we're in the tunnel. Dressing rooms that way. Kevin Keegan and Dean Dublin here. Been in this position many, many times before.
Oh, yes.
Gentlemen, let's stroll. Well, what are your thoughts ahead of this cup tie, as far as the perspective from both teams? Kevin?
Well, I mean, we saw Everton last round, and now they were the underdogs. Now it's roles reversal. You know, Reading have got to come here and get something. It's a big ask, but they did it a year ago at Liverpool, so they know what it takes.
It levels things out.
It's intimate in here, isn't it?
It is. It's really tight, and that's what you get when you come out of two teams. You're jostling shoulders. It's all about that. It's all about that, you know, feeling before you go out.
How do you see it from Everton's point of view, Dion?
Well, you know, they have to do something. They have to do something tonight. They have to win the game, I think, to keep their season alive. I really do.
Well, they managed to they got a great result.
Yeah, they did.
It's
different. It's different opposition again. So you've got to come with a different format. Got to have plan A. Got to have plan B. Different opposition. Reading aren't going to be any, you know, fools tonight. They want to get as far as they can as well.
You know, from Everton's season, yes, it's been tough for them in the league, but in the cup, the cup's come to their rescue so many times before. You could do it again. They could go to Wembley again. They could win the cup. They have to believe that.
Yeah, and when you look at the way they played against Chelsea, they just hung in there when they had to, and in the end, they got thoroughly the right result for them because they deserved it. You know, Everton just don't lie down. So if Reading are to get anything here tonight, they're going to have to play above themselves and, you know, hope that Everton just have a little bit of a wobble.
You know, I'm just thinking, you've done it before, but for any Everton fans saying, well, Reading fans are home, you're wondering what it'd be like to lead your team out for this cup tie this evening. Well, Scott, if you go first, you can show everyone exactly what it would be like to go down this tunnel. You've done it many times before, Dion and Kevin.
Yeah, done it
really tight.
Yeah, when Dion was coming down here, he pushed everyone out of the way, so I used to fall down these stairs. But you've got to be careful, actually, as well, when you're playing. Last thing you want to do is rip your ankle on these stairs because you go down and then you've got to go up.
Kevin, I tell you what, when you were walking down here, it would have been for derby matches playing for Liverpool.
Yeah.
When you emerged up here...
I used to run out of it. I didn't walk out of it.
Everyone would be screaming at you by now, wouldn't they?
That's right. We got dogs abuse, but that's normal. But the Everton fans are always very fair with us, you know. But, yeah, for us, you got out of there and away as quick as you can. You went over towards your supporters in that corner.
When you come out, you can hear it before you can see it, and it's a fantastic atmosphere. You come out up the stairs, and it's all there for you.
So it's like sort of it's there, then
it's in your face. It's in your face. You've got to go and perform.
And when you get beat, it's like climbing Everest.
Team news now from John Champion.
Well, the first thing to say about the Everton team you're about to see on your screen is that it wasn't meant to look like this, because Jermaine Beckford was supposed to be starting alongside Louis Saha up front. There's been a major traffic accident on the M62 motorway between Beckford's home in Manchester and the city of Liverpool this evening. He's been caught up in the chaos behind that accident, wasn't at the ground an hour before kick-off when the team sheet had to go in, and so Everton could take no risks with putting him in the starting lineup. Instead, he is a substitute. Leon Osman will play in that role off the front because Tim Cahill is not fit, nor is Marouane Fellaini this evening. The others that were doubts have come through. As for Reading, who are currently 11th in the Championship, they make a couple of enforced changes. At right back, there's no Andy Griffin. The lifelong Evertonian is out with an Achilles problem. So Brynjar Gunnarsson, more ordinarily a midfield player, fills in at the age of 35. And on loan, Zurab Kizanishvili from Blackburn, the Georgian international, comes in because the Icelander Ingi Marsson is out injured. The most of the goals, they come from the front too, including 17-goal Shane Long, a coveted property, and a man who, this time last year, went across the park to Liverpool for a third-round replay and created a piece of Reading footballing history.
Shane, nice to meet you.
You too, you too.
In by Gunnarsson and in by Long. And Reading lead at Anfield.
Last time we played an FA Cup tie on Merseyside, you scored the winning goal against Liverpool. Deja vu tonight?
Hopefully, but yeah, that was a massive day for the club and for me personally, especially in front of the Kop end. There wasn't a lot of people like me in the stadium that night, but yeah, it's a great night for the club, and hopefully we can recreate that tonight.
Yeah, and that goal went a long way to getting Brian McDermott the job on a full-time basis, didn't it? So I hope you got a drink out of it.
No, I think after that we seemed to kick on and it put a bit of confidence back in the side, and we just couldn't help but win every game afterwards. And I think that's all we needed. We knew we had a good enough squad back then, but we couldn't get that win and couldn't see teams off. But yeah, that confidence boost done us the world of good, and the gaff has been brilliant ever since.
Now tell me about your relationship with him, because he kind of discovered you, didn't he? When he was chief scout at Reading, he saw you playing for Cork.
Yeah, he scouted himself and Kevin died at the time and brought us both over, and he actually took me under his wing into his house for 2 months, and yeah, I owe him a lot. He coached me a lot as a kid as well when I was learning my trade, and he stuck by me since he's been manager as well. So yeah, I owe him a lot.
30 grand though they paid for you to Cork, didn't they? A little bit steep.
Yeah. At the time though, I was a nobody, and they were taking a chance, and it's nice that they gave me that chance to show what I can do, and I'd like to think that I've taken it.
The Reading team that got promoted 05-06, that's kind of disbanded a little bit now. You're kind of the last man standing.
Yeah, I was looking around. There's Federici, the goalkeeper, Ingi Marsson and Gunnarsson, and I think that's it. And I'm only 24 and one of the oldest players here, so it's a very young squad we have. A lot of the lads have come through the underage as well, and it shows how good a club it is. So hopefully we can emulate what they've done and get back to the Premiership.
Yeah, and you're having your best season ever, aren't you? 17 goals.
Yeah, but who's counting?
I'm counting. There you go.
yeah, I'm enjoying the football at the moment. I've played every game but one, I think, this season. So it's the first real time that I've played 90 minutes week in, week out, and yeah, I'm enjoying every minute.
And looking ahead to the cup tie, you know, when you see results like Birmingham beating Arsenal in the cup final, you must think to yourself, crikey, we've got a sniff here. Yeah,
definitely. I think all the pressure is on Everton, same as it was on Liverpool. We've nothing to lose. We have to go to Goodison and put in a big performance, and we know it's going to take a lot to come away with the win, but we know we're very capable and well able to do it, and it's just going up there and proving it to ourselves.
Move to our pitch side position. Chris Waddle's telling me he thinks Shane could play Premier League level already. Do you agree?
I do agree. If he had pace, he'd already be there. He's getting clever, and that might help him. If he had a little bit more pace, he would have been there already.
I think he's developing. You know, he's always been on the fringes of making it big, but now he's on the stage where he can show everybody how good he is, and I think he's got the attributes to go on and play at the highest level.
Now, what do you think of this Everton side? They've had some injuries to sort out, but at one stage during the day it looked like it'd be a weakened side, but it's not looking bad now.
No, not at all. I think players like Arteta, that's when you see the big players come to the fore. When there's a big game, a one-off game like tonight, Arteta come to the fore, the C passes, the runs of Sahar, you know, and Jagielka at the back sort of leading the line. Fantastic. Great opportunity for Everton to do something.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Seamus Coleman play again. He played so well in the first game against, obviously, against Chelsea. And also Jack Rodwell. You know, these are two exciting young talents, and there's another stage for them against a Reading side that come here probably with no fear at all, because they know, having beaten again Liverpool over there, that they have what it takes to win at places like this.
Given what's happened to Everton so far, especially against Chelsea, does self-belief grow so much? And it looked like you're going out, and then all of a sudden you're in. That's it. Do you start to think it's ours, self-belief? If we go for this, we're there.
They hang in there, you know. They just never say die attitude. Kevin said it earlier. They just won't give in. They always stay in your face. And when you've got a backbone like you see it there, Distan, Jagielka, Howard, Neville, that's the backbone to the side. They say to the rest of them, go and play.
There was talk early on today, rumours that he might rest Phil Neville I think had he rested Phil Neville, he would have given a boost to Reading, because I think Phil Neville epitomises what Everton are all about. He is such a quality player, but he's got that leadership.
I think Everton fans would agree with you. When he's out there, he represents the spirit of the moment, doesn't he?
Yeah, physically you can see it. The way he plays the game, you can see it. He leads this team to wherever they want to go, and I think it's all down to Phil, the backbone on the side.
Louis Sahar, you've said on many occasions, if he could stay fit, he can be, well, he is amongst the very best strikers. If he can stay fit and he scores goals.
Yeah, we're talking about two players in Phil Neville and Sahar, who both were at Man United and left. Both of them. Phil Neville's gone on to be a better player. I think they'd love to have him back at Old Trafford if they thought he would have developed like he has. I don't think they saw it that way. And obviously, Sahar would still be at Old Trafford now if he could have steered clear of his injuries. But he seems every other week he's out with something. But he has got terrific finishing ability and great pace.
No, he is. He's a great finisher, and he's enjoying it. I think that's why he's playing so well. He's enjoying his football. He's playing week in, week out. If you do that with a forward, you'll get goals.
Just echoing what you said before, for Everton fans, you can sense here they think, this is our chance, boys. We can go all the way.
Why shouldn't they? I do think it's very important for Everton to do something. I really do think they have to win tonight to keep their fans happy, keep their season alive.
2 games against Chelsea, without a doubt, even the most ardent Chelsea fan would say on both occasions Everton were slightly better. They were that impressive. So it's theirs to get all the way now if they can.
Just on 15 minutes to kick off. Reading have other ideas. Everton fans think it's going to be their night. But Reading and their manager Brian McDermott think they really can pull off a shock result here. He's just a year into his first managerial role. He led Reading to the quarter-finals last season. Can he do it again?
And it is one of the joys of the FA Cup that it links the elite with the obscure. Arsenal, fresh from Barcelona, pitched against Leyton Orient, conquerors of Droylsden. It's Charlie Daniels! And Arsenal's pressure brings its reward. Equaliser for Leyton Orient, and Leyton Orient live on in the FA Cup.
So League One Orient will try to pile on the agony for Arsenal on the back of the Gunners' defeat in Sunday's League Cup final. That's live tomorrow night here on ESPN. Tonight we're at Goodison Park. Premier League Everton and Champion Club Reading will play for a place in the quarter-finals of the unsponsored FA Cup. Down the years, Everton's FA Cup record includes 13 appearances in the final, third equal in the order of merit. We're pitchside at Goodison Park, building towards the kick-off. Let's hear from Reading boss Brian McDermott, who's talking to Darryl Curry.
Brian, in some ways it all started for you up in Liverpool a year ago, your first win for the club, a famous night at Anfield. What chance of a repeat tonight?
Well, that was a great night. I remember that very, very well. So, you know, we want to really go and make a good fist of this tonight. We're looking forward to the game. It's a fantastic place to play. You know, the pitch is really, really good. You know, the fans here, they know this stuff. So let's hope that we can really make a good fist of it and get the right result.
You showed some great resolve at the weekend against Palace, twice coming from behind. Will you need to show more of that resilience here tonight to get a result? We will if we concede 3 goals like we did against Palace. I think... You know, the bottom line, we have to be compact here tonight. We have to make sure that we're playing for my shape, but we have to attack the game. You know, we only know one way of playing, and that's to attack. And, you know, we've got wingers that can run past people. We've got strikers that are scoring goals. So it makes for a good game. And attack you will, as you say. You've got the wingers, you've got the strikers going. But what's the key to making that game plan work? Just be solid. We have to be solid to play for my shape and make sure that, you know, we don't give Everton anything. That's the key. And then we have to play our game. You know, we have players that can score goals. We've got players that have got pace, you know, and we've got a great resolve. And this competition's been good to us. We've really enjoyed our runs in the FA Cup, and we want it to continue. I know you've got a couple of injuries in defence. Is that a problem, a concern for you tonight? Yeah, well, that's why we've got a squad of players. You know, Brynjar Gunnarsson's got fantastic experience, and you know he played at Anfield last year, so you know he knows exactly what's required. Zurek Ishnavili is coming into the side, and another one, a Georgian captain, a great experience and a top player. So you know we have no worries on that front. Brian, the very best of luck. Lovely, thank you.
Kevin Keegan and Dion Dublin pitch side of Goodson Park as the music gets louder.
Atmosphere's great.
This is great, isn't it? What should the game plan be? How should Reading go about this?
Well, there's certain players they've got to keep an eye on. Obviously, Sahar's the obvious one with his movement, and he can finish left foot, right foot. He'll always put himself in a position to score a goal. And then the other one is the person who probably supply him, that's Arteta, who can see a pass, get the ball in the box. So there's too many to mention for Reading to top.
What do you think Brian McDermott should have been talking to his players about all this week? They will have looked at Everton on many occasions. They would have seen them play Chelsea. What should he have been saying?
Well, first of all, we've all got to turn up. We need 11 guys rowing the boat. You know, they will not be able to carry any passengers here, but they've got a lot of experience. They have got players who can hurt Everton, Hunt and Long in particular, but McAnuff as well. So they're not without their own strengths, but their big priority, as Dion says, is don't let Arteta boss the game, because he is a quality player and he will hurt you.
Because they are Premier League opposition, they'll find a weakness in Reading's ranks. As Kevin said, if there is a weakness, they'll find it and they'll use it.
Arteta is a very elegant player, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's good to watch. He's silky, takes the ball under pressure, which is very rare. He will find, like I say, he'll pick a pass. His vision's incredible. His vision's amazing.
I think also, Dion, he's working harder for the team now. A couple of years ago, people said, yeah, he's all right when we've got the ball. Yeah. What about when we haven't? Well, that part of his game now is absolutely spot on. We saw it against Chelsea, where you have to work hard, and this guy was prepared to do the difficult bits for him.
Yeah, the ugly stuff,
Yeah, the ugly stuff.
Yeah, of course.
OK, let's hear from the Everton manager, David Moyes, with Darryl.
David, are these the kind of evenings you relish, a FA Cup tie at Goodison Park under the lights?
Well, after the last game, I was always looking forward to this game if we could get through, so let's hope it lives up to everything I want it to be.
How happy have you been with your form side going into this game? It looked like an impressive win here at the weekend.
Well, we're getting better. We know it's going to be a tough game tonight, and the games that have gone in the past are away now. We need to concentrate on this one, and hopefully we get a good result.
We believe Jermaine Beckford was late arriving tonight, caught in some traffic. Did that affect your team selection?
Well, he's not here yet, as far as I know. So, but we've left a space for him on the bench, so let's see if he turns up.
How does that change the game plan?
It doesn't change it that much, no.
What kind of a threat do you think Reading pose tonight?
Well, the two centre forwards are a threat. Both good in air, both work really hard, you know. So I think that's where their biggest threat comes. Also, they've got two wide players who are capable on their day as well. So we need to try and nullify that and make some chances ourselves.
David, good luck.
Thank you. Cheers.
Third longest serving manager in English football, and Everton punch above their weight since he's taken over.
Yeah, you would really. I wouldn't. I think a lot of people in football, managers like myself, have been managers, respect him so much. I would really like him to see him get a trophy. This is his best chance. We were talking just 10 days ago that their season could be over. Opportunity. There's a door there. It's open. Can they go through it here tonight?
Yeah, he's right. I think he's the kind of manager that he'll take this now by the scruff of the neck, and he'll say to his side, let's not let ourselves down.
It's opportunity knocks. Well, it nearly happened, didn't it, in 2009? He's been here 9 years this month, you know, a long time.
You know what? He's had a taste of nearly having it. He's had a taste of nearly winning something.
I'll tell you how good he's been. They haven't won anything. He's won the Manager of the Year 3 times.
Yeah,
so,
that's a good point.
And that's correct. It shouldn't always be the guys who win things. He has been winning things by finishing 4th on a very low budget. And I just hope one day, here preferably because he's been here so long, they'll give him the money to back him and give him a chance to say, go on, David, show us what you can do when you get a lot of financial support. I think he would do well.
And tonight, big game tonight, if they don't win this one, they've got Newcastle, who are above them, which is going to be a very hard game, and Birmingham the following game, who have just won the Cup. So, you know, they've got some really hard games coming up. They need to go in with a win.
OK. Who's going to win and why? What's the factor that's going to settle this evening?
I think the big factor is what Kevin said. I think Reading have to have all their players playing well tonight. All of them have to turn up tonight. And if there's one weakness, Everton will find it. I just think Everton have got a little bit too much quality in Sahar and in Arteta.
Are you going to support Everton? Are you going with the Blue Boys this evening?
Yes, I'm going to have to. Because I don't play for Liverpool anymore. I think Everton, with these players, can win something with this manager.
Yeah, and with all this lot around us as well.
That was safe.
And these people are going to throw pies at it.
It's a reasonable idea.
He's been pulling me closer. He's been pulling me in closer.
Got me bodyguard.
Very close to kick off now. Let's join the ESPN commentary team. It's Chris Waddle and John Champion.
Thank you, Ray. Good evening, everybody. It is the 15th time this season that a Premier League side has faced Championship opposition. On only one of those occasions has the Football League side come out on top, and that honour belongs to Reading in the third round against West Bromwich Albion. So to the teams, and the Everton lineup wasn't supposed to look like this, but as we've discovered, Jermaine Beckford has been caught up in the queue behind an accident on the M62 and hadn't arrived at the ground when the team sheet was handed in. Indeed, he's still not here now. So instead of starting, Beckford is named as a substitute. Fellaini and Cahill are both injured. Rodwell plays from the start. It is Mikel Arteta's 200th game for Everton.
Well, it's still a very, very strong Everton side. I like to see Cahill in there, especially here. He's very good at arriving. Osman will play that role tonight. Rodwell, wonderful technique, but it's the lads have talked about. It's about Arteta trying to supply Sahar.
Reading start with 5 of the players who helped them to that memorable win across the park at Anfield last season. They are, though, without their first-choice goalkeeper, the Australian Federici, and defenders Griffin, Ingemarson, Cummings and Pearce. All are injured. So the 35-year-old Icelander Brynjar Gunnarsson and Georgian international Zurab Kizanishvili on loan from Blackburn are both pressed into service. And there's a strong Irish influence with strikers Hunt and Long and veteran fullback Ian Hart.
Well, this defence will have to defend very, very well. The edge you wouldn't tap will have to do a good holding job and really put pressure on Arteta in midfield. But I'm looking at Kebe, McAnuff, Long in particular, alongside Hunt. There's definitely goals in this side. They're a very dangerous team, Reading.
The Everton PA announcer going through his usual musical repertoire. All of them 78 records. So for the second season running, Reading have a midweek FA Cup assignment on Merseyside. And having won at Anfield last year, they followed a similar routine this time, even down to staying at the same city centre hotel from which they launched their raid on Liverpool. The mascots limbering up too and waiting to welcome the players. For Everton, well, the FA Cup is eminently winnable. And Birmingham's victory in the Carling Cup final could surely only encourage those teams for whom the Premier League title seems unattainable to focus even more firmly on the knockout competitions. Match referee at the front there, Andre Mariner, who is missing an assistant. Otherwise, everyone else present and correct. There is the 7th and final Everton substitute, Jermaine Beckford, only now arriving, having been caught in the aftermath of an accident on the M62. It's been a long journey for him. It's a long walk for the players from dressing room to pitch here, but he's made it, and so in just a moment's time will have they, in distinguished company, Howard Kendall, 3 times manager of this famous old club. It is Everton against Reading for a place in the last 8 of the FA Cup. It is a right royal night at Goodison.
Welcome back. Premier League Everton and Championship side Reading all set to play for a place in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. The ESPN commentary team is Chris Waddle and John Champion.
Only the 8th time these sides have met. Reading have won just once. And the goal scorer was the brother of that gentleman on the far side of the 2, ready to kick off, Stephen Hunt. His younger brother Noel in Reading's front line tonight. Reading on Merseyside for the 2nd year running, of course, looking to upset the Blues, just as they did to the Reds. Reading as the away side, the ones to change colours this evening. Decent attendance inside Goodison Park. Certainly more to watch this game than we're here to see Chelsea in the last round.
Well, I think it's an interesting tie, and I think Everton have turned the corner slightly. They've had some good results in the last few weeks. A terrific result at Chelsea in the replay, which took them through to this game. And the fans believe it's Everton's year for the Cup. I think that's why there's a big interest in it. And but Reading will give them a game. They've got a lot of pace, a lot of clever players. They will ask questions.
Well, Brian McDermott remembers this city fondly because that victory at Anfield in a third-round replay was his first as manager of Reading, and it played a large part in him getting the job of which he's made such a success. Gunnarsson Brynjar Gunnarsson, who is more a fringe player than a regular starter these days. More often seen in midfield. Now Jimmy Kebe towards Long.
Well, they're showing what they're about. Kebe's a very talented winger. McDermott on the other side's the same. That's a good early delivery. And that boy Long is on form. And he tries a little delicate flick there. Not enough pace on it to trouble Howard, but it's a good start by Reading.
And he is Reading's star turn. 17 goals this season, coveted by a host of Premier League sides. Kebe. Dispossessed elegantly by Jack Rodwell. Arteta. Osman. Player who received lavish praise from his manager after the weekend victory over Sunderland here. Leighton Baines, whose free kick is one of the reasons we're here. Locating the top corner of the net at Chelsea in the 119th minute. And then missing his penalty in the shootout.
Nothing wrong with that.
Arteta. Coleman. Noel Hunt. Ledgerwood.
You can see what Reading's game plan is. When they lose the ball, they get four close together. Back four play quite a high lane against Sahar. They're going to try and condense the space on the midfield where they're getting outnumbered slightly. With Osman being that floater between the strikers in the midfield, they're trying to condense that, and they're definitely looking for the counter-attack down the sides with Hunt and Long.
Sahar, and away by Matthew Mills. To his opposite number as skipper, Phil Neville. Pumped long by Gunnarsson, and pursued by Shane Long.
I like Long. I was talking about before to Kevin and Dion, and I do believe he should be playing Premier League football. He's got a lot of talent, he score goals, and I know Kevin was talking about his pace, but he just showed there he is very, very quick.
Despite carrying a number of injuries, the most serious of which is a hip problem, for which he's regularly having pre-match injections just to see him through. Arteta to Baines. Arteta. Osman. Sahar. Picked up by Kebe. Hunt. Kebe went down looking for a free kick.
Well, I thought it was a slight obstruction. Leighton Baines just got on his line and nudged him over, and he went down a little bit too easy, but there was a claim. I think what Reading will be happy with, they've kept Everton playing, yes, they're playing nice football, but they've kept them in front of them. They've not got behind them at all. They're playing in front of them all the time. They were going to that side ball. They can't get behind this back four.
Coleman. Rodwell. Saha's touch back from Bilyaletdinov. Neville. Kizanishvili strong and strong enough to win it. Jagielka.
Well, that's the one thing you don't do when you win it like you did. Tab had good possession, good time of the ball. Don't give it away. When you play Premiership sides, look after the ball.
Bilyaletdinov. Everton tough to beat, just 3 defeats in their last 15 games. Reading even harder to overcome, 3 defeats in 21. David Moyes, a paragon of prudence in the transfer market. His net spending over the last 5 transfer windows is 0.
Well, this is a good opportunity for me. There's a possession already early in the game. Everton dominating, but they're not hurting Reading. They haven't had an effort on goal, but I do fancy Everton on set pieces. I think they're a big, strong side, and they've got players in Arteta and Baines who can deliver.
Arteta leaves it for Baines. It was a good ball in. It was tempting for Rodwell. It turned a corner.
Well, it's Ledgerwood who's back there defending, and he got it very, very well, because that was a certain goal. Great ball by Baines. Jagielka just arrives. Ledgerwood does enough just to push it away for a corner. Good defending.
Bilyaletdinov. Claimed by Alex McCarthy, playing only his 4th senior game for the Royals. Regular keeper Federici has a knee problem.
I think Reading's doing a job. They're doing a job of stopping Everton play, but what they forgot, and I'm sure the manager will mention it to them when they get to half-time, you've got to play when you get the ball. It's all right being disciplined and concentrating on stopping Everton play. The game plan looks very, very good. But when you get the ball, do what you're good at.
Osman. Space for Baines. Appeal for handball, and it's been given against Gunnarsson.
Well, it's the first time they've got down the side. Baines on the overlap, gets down into the left corner. And it's a good spot. The crowd obviously let him know that it was a handball. Yes, it was. He gets that right, and another good chance for Everton.
It's in situations like this that Cahill can often be dangerous for Everton, but he's out with a foot problem. So Jack Rodwell has more of a goal-scoring onus on him. It is Arteta, and it's frankly disappointing.
And I was just thinking, John, the angle and the goalkeeper's left in the near post quite open. I thought if you hit that with a lot of pace, you might just nick it in the near post. And I think Arteta saw that.
Rodwell. Neville. Bilyaletdinov. Osman, it ran away from him to Kizanishvili. Arteta. Neville. Baines. Bilyaletdinov. Osman. And Coleman.
Well, the one thing you can't let Everton do is get down the sides. Osman gets down to the byline, and he does ever so well here to dig a cross out. It's a fantastic cross to get it from this angle with his left foot, digs it out to the far post, and he should score, Coleman. He heads it down, he heads it 2 more down for me, bounces over the bar. But Osman does fantastic to get at the far post, and that should be 1-0 Everton.
Kebe's header for Long. Jagielka to Osman. Everton still with only 6 subs on the bench. Beckford in the ground. He made it with about a minute to spare for kick-off, but it's not finished getting changed yet.
It's all Everton now, isn't it? They've started well. They're a very confident side. They've had some good results recently, and it's showing that they're really passing the ball around. Everyone's looking to join in.
Osman. And Kizanishvili. Back to Alex McCarthy. Ian Hart. Hunt to Long. Back to Hunt. Those two do combine well. It's a decent challenge by Rodwell.
It's a great challenge by Rodwell. Spots the danger. There'll always be a threat, Reading, with the players they've got, as we talked about them earlier. But I don't know. I can't see them defending all night the way they're playing so far.
Saha. Jimmy Kebe. Reading have brushed aside West Brom and Stevenage so far. Everton accounting for Scunthorpe, and then Chelsea in that penalty shootout. We were talking about the penalties and Leighton Baines' miss of course, Everton also in this game in part because Ashley Cole was rather less accurate from the penalty spot than he's since proved to be with an air rifle.
Yeah, he sights right that day though.
Phil Jagielka. Ledgerwood. Kebe. Long. It's neat from Reading. Gunnarsson. Ledgerwood. Kept alive for Ian Hart. Shane Long.
Well, we're talking about people who can deliver crosses. There's nobody better than Hart. When he gets forward, he's got a wonderful left foot. And that's a great delivery. And I think Long should do better there. It looks like he's took his eye off it, whether he's put off by Distan. But that was a fantastic delivery, and he should be heading that on the target.
The winners of this tie go to Manchester City or Aston Villa in the quarter-final of the Eon-sponsored FA Cup. That game to be played on Sunday week in front of the ESPN cameras. Reading's players told to go out and enjoy this verdant playing surface by their manager Brian McDermott. Says he's not seen grass on a pitch in the Championship for a couple of months.
Well, it's the first we've saw of Reading. They're starting to relax now, and as the manager said, go out and enjoy it. It's took them 15 minutes to actually put their foot on the ball.
Had a really good record as an Arsenal player against Everton. Scored against them 3 seasons in a row. Vilja Ledinov. Saha. Foul by Ledgerwood. Dista. Kizanishvili. Arteta up well. Neville. Bilyaletdinov. Osman. Neat and to feet. It's the Everton way.
Well, you say Osman probably playing in that free role behind Sahar's. Been the bright spark for me so far. He's the only one who's looked to commit defenders. He's got to the byline twice. He's playing very well.
Hunt. Bilyaletdinov. 11th in the Premier League, taking on the 10th place side in the Championship. Shane Long. Was fouled by Jagielka.
Well, it's good movement. Hart just rolls it down to the corner flag. His movement's good. The two strikers like to pull off the side of the box. The movement's very, very good. And this is what you want, Ian Hart on this free kick.
Mills, a late arrival. Swept clear by Baines. Kebe. Bilyaletdinov. Coleman is free far side. Saha to his right as well. Held on to it too long.
Well, I've seen him play a bit now. He just can't get that shirt cutting on when everybody's fit. And Bilyaletdinov, he's got ability, but it's taken him a long time to settle, and the confidence is not high.
Welcome. Jermaine Beckford delayed by an accident on the motorway. And now fit and ready for action. He would have started the game had he been here on time.
Well, the way Bilyaletdinov started, I can see him coming off in the second half, and Beckford getting his wish and getting on, and probably moving Osman to the left-hand side.
Kebe, Distin, Gunnarsson, Ledger Woods. Inadvertently, Ian Hart played a good pass. Jimmy Kebe. That's a corner.
Well, what do you think? Everton's come off the gas tonight. Reading have actually got belief now. They realise that, yes, Everton are a good side, but what the manager said, go out and play, do what you're good at. And they've started to show the last 5 minutes.
10 years ago, Ian Hart was taking the set pieces for a Leeds side that reached the last four of the Champions League. He's still got the touch. Bilyaletdinov. And Arteta can lead the breakout for Everton. Coleman herring towards the edge of the Reading box. Osman with him. Saha. Now Osman.
Well, it's wasted again. Great breakaway ball by Bilyaletdinov out to Arteta, but again, he slows it down, he comes inside, and look how many Reading players got back out quickly.
Coleman. Everton caught by Kizanishvili. And we're going to see the first yellow of the evening.
Well, I don't think he's got any complaints. He has put his hand up. He has sort of said, look, it's not a yellow card, it is. It's from behind, he comes through the back. You can't get away with that. Osman again taking up a good position. Hard to pick up Osman, and this is a good chance again.
Might take a while. It's not the shortest of names to write down for Andre Mariner. Manager of Wolves is here. They play Everton next month. John Carver, newly installed as the assistant at Newcastle. They entertain Everton at the weekend. Preston, managed by Phil Brown, assisted by Brian Horton. They're upcoming for Reading. And Sammy Lee just fancies a night out. Having received treatment on the pitch, Osman has to go off. Even though the victim of the initial foul. Arteta. Seamus Coleman. Bilyaletdinov. Kizanishvili's header away.
That's a terrific delivery from the left-hand side. A lot of pace on it.
Arteta. And again, it's the Georgian, Kizanishvili. Bilyaletdinov. Jagielka limping a little. He's been out for long enough, and of course a knee injury cost him his place in the 2009 final. It's by Distan, from which she himself recovered. Saha. McAnuff. Hart. Hunt. Ledgerwood. Shane Long. Ledgerwood to strike. Deflected wide.
Well, that was very good play by Reading. Well, they are a good football side. People know that. Again, it comes from Hart to Ledgerwood. Great ball in. Good touch. Plays a little give and go with Long. And it's a terrific block by Jagielka.
Gives Ian Hart another chance to demonstrate his prowess. Mills up. Mills again! Reading lead at Goodison. And it's the captain, Matthew Mills.
Well, the one thing I thought tonight, Everton would be very strong on set pieces, but Reading have dealt with every ball that's gone in the box.
Reading goal scorer
And Ian Hart just gives a signal to hand up.
Mills.
It's a simple corner, drops down. Who reacts best? And first is Mills. He challenges for the first one. He gets a slight head on it. Here it goes. It drops. He reacts well. It comes back to him. It's just a volley through the bodies. Goalkeeper can't see it. There's a lot of bodies in there. Osman tries to poke it away. It goes through the gap. 1-0 Reading.
Did hit Jagielka on the way in. But Matthew Mills is the one who will lead the celebrations. Anfield last season. Goodison this. Reading in front on Merseyside again. And And Everton, who have had so much early possession, now with a game to chase.
Saying that, John, yes, they've had the ball. Reading have dropped off them and said you can have it in front of you as much as you want. You're not getting behind with. And what we saw, 2 occasions they've got behind this team. I know it's easy and it's early now, they're 1 down, but they need another striker. Sahar's always attracted to feet. They need somebody like Beckford who wants to get in behind this defence, because they're just playing in front. It's very easy to play against.
Arteta. Hunt. Dista, dangerous, here comes Jimmy Kebe, chance for 2!
You don't get many chances in a Premier League ground, and really Kebe, for me, should do better. Distan switches off, falls asleep. Give Howard credit, he stood big, but that's a chance you need to take.
And Brian McDermott's reaction is worth 1,000 words. McAnuff's corner. And Reading feel that should have been another corner, but a goal kick has been given.
Well, a corner flicked on by Hunt. Yes, he's got a claim. I think it'll come off Neville. I think he's got a claim for a corner.
Never mind a corner, they've got a precious 1-goal lead.
And it should be 2.
And Jimmy Kebe there with a chance for his own special moment in the FA Cup. It's on the ball again, he comes from the same French 4th Division club as Jonathan Tahoué, Leyton Orient's hero against Arsenal. Gunnarsson.
Well, they've certainly rattled Everton. Tro's getting a little bit frustrated now. They didn't expect this.
Woods. It's Jagielka. Reading have a man down. Noel Hunter stayed down. Leighton Baines. That was out of play. So Reading throw. Beckford is warming up.
Well, they've definitely rattled them. There's no doubt about that. First 15 minutes, I looked and I thought this is going to be Everton's night, the way they were stroking the ball around. But they haven't got in behind this back four, and you've got to get to the byline, you've got to get through walls. Everybody wants the ball to feed, very easy to play against, and Reading always look threatening on the counter-attack.
Hoisted by McAnuff. Shane Long, that was a foul by the Reading frontman. Well, another live FA Cup tie on ESPN to enjoy tomorrow evening. The 5th round replay between Arsenal and League One Leyton Orient from the Emirates. And then it's back to the Barclays Premier League on Saturday as Manchester City take on Wigan Athletic. Big chance.
Well, he has Kebe's chance. It's just a ball in behind. What is Distan thinking about? Bad first touch. Kebe, terrific pace, anticipation. He's went for power. Really, for me, place it.
Kisnishvili. Tab.
They've definitely got a lot of confidence now, Reading. They've just got to keep the shape though, don't get carried away. They're enjoying it. They could get McNuff in the game a little bit more. Not seen a lot of him.
Well, no Championship side has had more success against Premier League opposition in the past 2 seasons than Reading. 2 wins against Premier League teams last season, and they've beaten West Brom in the Cup this. Allegedly penalised.
That was a little bit harsh. But they've kept the shape. The 2 banks of 4. Hunt just dropping in to pick the deepest midfield player up.
Osman. Rodwell. Saha. Arteta. Neville. 4 in the box for Everton, and that drifted out of play.
Well, they're definitely lacking that little bit of craft. You know, it's all right putting balls in the box when you've got Tim Cahill, who arrives fantastic, times his runs brilliantly and can score goals. They're missing him, there's no doubt about that. Everybody's attracted to feet. They need to get it out wide and get one-on-one or get overlapping full-backs. At the minute, it's very easy to play against for Reading.
Tim Cahill absent with plantar fasciitis, Chris. Sounds like a problem in your garden. Here's Hunt. It's actually a difficulty with his foot. It feels like he's running on a stone all the time. Mills, the goal scorer. Gunnarsson. Enough pressure from Osman to force the ball out.
Well, the crowd's trying to get Everton going. They started brightly, but they've come off the pace, and Reading are total control at the moment, and the fans are getting a little bit frustrated.
Mills.
The golden goal time for the first goal scored here tonight is 25 minutes 35 seconds. 25 minutes 35 seconds.
Oh dear. Rodwell followed through that and caught Gunnarsson.
Well, that's another yellow card. A little bit of frustration creeping in on young Jack Rodwell. There it is, just plays it off. Yes, he's a little bit late. He's not that type of player, but you'll have to take the yellow for that.
There's Nicky Hammond, the Reading director of football. He's instrumental in Reading's success of recent years, both under Steve Coppell and now Brian McDermott. Hearts free kick. Long. Kizanishvili. There's plenty of angst and turmoil amongst the Evertonians at the moment. Because this is the game that has the potential to keep their season alive. Arteta. And they're nothing if not durable here. Coleman. Rodwell. Baines.
Well, yet again, John, very easy to play against. Give Reading credit, they get behind the ball very, very quickly as a group, but every time they go forward, Everton players are trying to check off, give the ball another option. Be positive, go and have a dribble, go and have a shot, get this crowd going. You know, even if you overhit a pass, go and change it down. They're not, for me, they're playing nice football to feet. They're not asking any questions. Sometimes you're going to have to turn this team and squeeze it and just ask some questions. At the moment for Reading, very easy to play against.
Having seen one of the occupants of the posh seats, neither of the chairmen are here tonight. John Medeski enjoying a well-earned break, and Bill Kenwright attending the opening of his latest West End production this evening. Ledgerwood. Bilyaletdinov.
McCarthy got that right there, but I don't like to say goalkeepers come out. But Ian Hart had it in control. You just got to stay on your lane.
Bilyaletdinov. Arteta. Kebe.
Well, for Major Everton are playing too slow. They're not. It's all right playing the field. They're not going anywhere. It's very easy for Reading. Start asking questions. You know, Sahar's got to look in behind, and players have got to run from deep in behind. Everything's to feet. Very easy to play against. Playing far too slow.
Gunnarsson. Reading leading through Matthew Mills' goal, which came in the 26th minute. Came off the arm of Osman. If you're a Reading fan, you can't keep your eyes off the game. If you support Everton, the match programme makes for fascinating reading.
I think he was looking at the pictures, the way he was turning the pages quick.
Arteta. Neville. Howard Kendall, 3 times the manager here, and alongside him John Rudge, now the director of football at Stoke, but the architect of a fair few FA Cup exits and upsets for big sides when he was the manager of a very good Port Vale team. Tottenham, I think, were their most spectacular victims, weren't they?
Played in that game.
Sorry.
They were just picking on me tonight, so.
Ledgerwood. Sylvain Distin. Now Bilyaletdinov. Oh, it's a poor touch. Saha. Howells for a free kick, unanswered by the referee.
Got to say, John, I thought he had a claim. They did come together and he did go down, yes, early, but I thought it was a free kick.
Offside Jimmy Kebe. Another chance to judge here. Was it or was it not a free kick?
He doesn't control it very, very well, but it does spin away. And there's the collision from Tab, and that is a free kick.
Bilyaletdinov. Baines. Saha hit Baines, became a pass for Bilyaletdinov. Kizanishvili. Kebe. Think of that. Ledgerwood. McAnuff. the same player, the Russian. Kebe. Long.
This is so confident the minute Reading. I feel for letting up, I've got to say. I hate to see people shouting. He's trying his best. It's not his game so far. He is having a bad game. We know that. But getting on his back's just going to make him worse.
Difficult, isn't it? When you're a £10 million signing at a club like Everton, you have to be a hit. Hunt making the run from deep, so not offside. J-Tab was desperate for the cross.
Well, he didn't look. Hunt never looked. He beat the offside trap. He's put a big shift in. He's feeling the pace a bit now. But really, if he just gets his head up, Tab's made a terrific run. He's on his own in the box.
Saha. Foul, Legitwood. And a card too.
Well, yeah, it's very blatant. But I've got to say, Mills for me, first time he hasn't really closed Saha down. He's having a look at the midfield players. I think Mills is a guy who should have been tight to Saha. Legitwood gets a yellow card through it.
Now Arteta at the top of his game would fancy this. So too with Leighton Baines.
Well, they've got definitely two players there. It's going to be Arteta. Baines is walking to the side.
Vilja Lektonov has hung around. Final minute of a first half in which Everton have been disappointing, to say the least. It is Arteta, and it'll be a corner.
It's quite interesting as he ran up the ticket. Matt Mills sprints from the behind the wall to go on the near post if he was going for that area, which he was. They hit the wall, they've done the job. It's a corner. They've got to concentrate Reading.
Baines over Saha. It's Osman who arrived.
What a terrific lead by Osman. Not known for his heading ability. He comes there late on a run. Direct, he just cannot get under the bar. Great opportunity. Probably one of the best they've had this half. A set piece. General play, you've got to say, after the first 15 minutes, Reading have looked the more likely to score. Kebe should have made it 2. I've got to say, Reading deserve the lead so far. I'm sure we'll see a different Everton second half.
The fifth official has indicated there'll be 1 minute of added time. 1 minute of added time.
Free kick given against Hart. So are we saying that Reading deserve their lead?
I think they do. I think they've asked questions. They started very nervously, I've got to say, but I think they deserve the lead, and I'm sure we'll see a different Everton second half.
Neville's free kick. Underwhelming half from Everton's perspective, but richly rewarding for the Royals of Reading, who lead through Matthew Mills' goal midway through the half following a corner kick dispatched at the second attempt, but Jimmy Kebe moments afterwards should have made it 2. As it is, it's Everton 0, Reading 1, and Royals supporters will never tire of seeing the goal scored by Matthew Mills in the 26th minute, set up by Hart and crisply struck via the boot of Jagielka. Analysis to come when we return. Reading ahead at the break.
It's Barclays Premier League action here on ESPN this Saturday. It's Manchester City who are striving to qualify for the Champions League against bottom of the table Wigan, who are fighting to protect their Premier League status. Pre-match build-up gets going at 4:45. That's followed by the Serie A game between Juventus and Serie A league leaders AC Milan. 7:45 kickoff in Turin. In tonight's FA Cup tie at Goodison Park, Everton 0, Reading 1 is the half-time score.
Reading on Merseyside for the second year running, of course, looking to upset the Blues. Coleman! Mills again! Reading lead at Goodison! And it's the captain, Matthew Mills! Dangerous, here comes Jimmy Kebe! Chance for two!
Kevin Keegan and Dion Dublin pitch side here at Goodison Park. Jermaine Beckford warming up. First question, would you make the change immediately? Would you bring him on?
Completely, yes.
He was late here because of an accident on the motorway. These things happen. Get him into the game now?
Yeah, I would, most definitely. I think, get him out early doors. He should have been warming up towards the end of the first half, to be honest with you, and then get himself ready for the second half straight away. You need someone like him because I think Everton have fell away in the final third.
Yeah, I mean, what I don't understand is that's why teams normally go away to a hotel on the afternoon, even of an home game like this, to avoid things like that happening, or the chance of that happening. And obviously all the preparation's been with playing Beckford up front with Zaha, and it does throw you into a little bit of confusion, but there's no excuse really, because Reading have won all the second ball. I mean, Everton started off okay, but Reading just were really well disciplined, organised very well, and all the second ball kept falling to them.
I think because Everton beat Chelsea, I think everyone got a little bit sucked into thinking Everton are going to win this. Well played, Reading. They did terrifically well.
I did say before the game in the tunnel, Reading are not going to be no pushover. They can play football too. They're very committed. I think the reason why Everton haven't done so well is they've been Zaha mainly up front on his own. He's normally got the runs of Beckford that gives him a bit of space. That's not happened. Reading have got 5 behind the ball in the back 4, and it's just so hard to get through. No moves, no movement. They need Beckford on.
I can't believe how many problems they've caused Everton at the back by doing the simple things well. We saw Everton play against Chelsea, but some of the delivery, I mean, from Hart in particular, has been outstanding. And this ball in, Mills wins the first ball, then he wins the second and finishes off like a centre forward, not a centre half.
There's a lot of Blues in there as well, that can deal with that. There's 2 players there that you just see out a shot that's not really doing anything. You do whatever it takes to stop that ball going towards your goal. Yes, he's done well. It's a good finish, it's good feet, and he's took his chance well. And at that time, Reading deserved to go in front.
Is this all going to go horribly wrong for Everton tonight and their fans? Because it should be 2-0.
Yeah, but David Moyes has got half-time. This is a big half-time team talk for him. He's got to get those players and say, hey, we beat Chelsea, we've got a great chance. All right, we may have to go to City or Villa in the next round, but look at the back, Sylvain Distin again, this time getting caught on his weaker side, which, is the right side. He's left-footed, he gets caught, and Kebe's very unlucky. This is a great save. This might be the best. Remember, he kept them in against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge with some great saves.
It should be 2-0. Kebe's done really well. He started off really well. Kevin pointed out, going down Everton's left. Kebe on the right, got in 2 or 3 times in the first 10 minutes.
Beckford's been called off from warming up. There's talk of maybe at each be coming on 2. Everton have got to sort this out because as things stand, they're on the way out the FA Cup. Championship Club Reading lead here at Goodison Park. Everyone thought Everton were going to just make their way through to the last 8 of the FA Cup, but the Royals lead at Goodison Park. Can they hang on to it? Second half on the way. News of live Aviva Premiership Rugby here on ESPN this weekend. On Saturday lunchtime from 12:15, third against fourth, Gloucester versus Bath. And on a Sunday afternoon, Exeter versus Northampton from 2:15. Then it's round 2 of the World Rally Championship in Mexico. The power stage gets underway at 5 o'clock. Sunday drivers centre stage. Everton 0, Reading 1 in the FA Cup, sponsored by Aon, playing for a place in the quarter-finals of the competition. Dion Dublin and Kevin Keegan, pitch side. Still waiting for news on substitutions. Just to recap, Jermaine Beckford would have started. There was an accident on the motorway. Didn't get here just till the game's arriving. You're saying bring him on now?
Without a doubt.
He is coming on.
Oh, there you go.
And needs to be coming on too. What do you make of this?
That tells you that David Moyes is not happy to make 2 changes at half-time. He's saying, I'm going to change this because this is just not working. It's very attacking.
It's 45 minutes. They've got 45 minutes. They've done a very important game for them. They have to win it. Get your goal scorers on the pitch.
Significant substitution. We will see. Back to the ESPN commentary team, Chris Waddle and John Champion.
So confirmation of that double change. Victor Anichebe replacing Seamus Coleman. And the other wide midfield player, Diniar Bilyaletdinov, replaced by Jermaine Beckford. And Reading halfway towards an achievement they've managed only twice in their history that goes back some 140 years. Only 2 appearances in the last 8 of the FA Cup. One of them just a year ago, and Matthew Mills' goal, the difference between these sides at the moment. And just one word to the wise. These 2 sides are draw specialists. Everton have drawn 15 of their 32 games this season. Reading even more. So it's Everton playing from left to right, attacking the Gladys Street end, which is the way they like it in the second half, but trailing to Matthew Mills' first half goal. Here's Ian Hart. Rodwell. Osman has moved to play on the left-hand side. Arteta at odds with Neville.
Well, they've just got to a 4-4-2. And Stewie will be on the right-hand side. Osman goes to the left instead of floating. Beckford joins Saha, 4-4-2. Both teams are, well, exactly the same system now, both matched up.
Jagielka. Neville. Beckford. Saha. Beckford continues his run, and Jermaine Beckford forces a save after only a minute on the pitch.
What a great start that would have been. He gives it to Saha. For me, he could have rolled Saha in a bit more. Saha does ever so well. Reverse pass. Good first touch by Beckford. Not the best strike. Comfortable save.
So nudged by Leon Osman. Everton don't have a great record at coming from behind. In fact, of the 14 games this season where the opposition have scored first, they've won none of them.
I think you can see already David Moyes hasn't wasted any time in changing the team. He's got 2 players fresh on, and I'm sure he said raise the tempo and let's start asking questions. They played far too slow.
McAnuff. Look at the space for Jimmy Kebe. Touch off his head took him wide, and in the end takes him nowhere.
I'll tell you what, John, he's got a lot of time and a lot of space. If he hits that with his left foot, he doesn't need to control it. Kebe, that's twice he likes that inside run across the field. For me, I thought, have a swing with your left foot. This is Beckford's chance. Saha does very well. It's a good first touch by Beckford. He just can't get it out of his feet quick enough.
Oh, nasty landing for Victor Anichebe, and he stayed down, rolling around in a lot of pain. He's only been on the pitch for 3 minutes. He's back up, but basically just operating on one leg, now limping very heavily. Here's Saha. Arteta.
Well, it's a lot better from Everton, moving the ball a lot quicker, a lot more options. Saha, I think he enjoys it more coming off, linking the play, let Beckford stay high. It's a decent effort, never troubling the goalkeeper.
Moments before that, there was a very nasty landing for Victor Anichebe. Left him writhing around. Happily, he's made a swift recovery. And Everton looking to regain the quality of performance that saw off Chelsea. Here's Anichebe.
Well, I've got to say, when I've seen him play Anichebe, he's not the most finesse player I've ever saw. I've got to say, touch-wise, he's a big, strong lad with pace and power. But I just didn't fancy him there when he come inside on his left foot.
Well, he is the perennial substitute, as used by David Moyes. Only Duncan Ferguson has come off the bench more often for Everton over the years. Tab. Ledgerwood, who's on loan from Queen's Park Rangers. Gunnarsson. Shane Long. Neville, only as far as Tab.
Have a little bit of composure, Tab.
Foul is by Beckford.
I think that's what happens though when you go 4-4-2. Arteta, Rodwell's be left on his own. Tab breaks clear. Really, he had time to get it out of his feet and have a good strike. He rushed it.
Pattern of this game very different to Reading's visit to Merseyside last season, where they trailed for the majority of the game. Equalised with a 94th minute penalty and won it in extra time.
Well, Jay Tabbs just took a slight bump on the head there. I'm sure he'll be all right, but this is a fantastic position for Ian Hart. Saw him do this many times over the years.
Well, Ian Hart has scored 5 times since joining Reading at the start of the season. 2 of them penalties, 2 of them free kicks.
There's not many better than Ian Hart at set pieces.
Scored 18 times for Carlisle last season. Ian Hart, which earned him the elevation back to championship level. Off his long run, it is Ian Hart!
Well, he strikes a fantastic free kick, doesn't he? There, they've got pace. He made Howard thought, is this in? Really stretching Howard across that goal. I think he would have saved it, but it's a terrific effort. A lot of bend on it, a lot of pace.
Hunt. Distan. Brian McDermott has been looking forward to this game ever since the draw was made. He's a great lover of the FA Cup. He even watched FC United in that memorable night at Rochdale that kicked off the FA Cup proper this season. Sat on his own at home watching the television, enjoying it. Beckford down for Everton. This is Distan.
Deal with it.
Beckford still down. Arteta. Anichebe. Now it'll be put out.
He doesn't look right, does he? He stayed down and looks a lot of pain. Just want to see the challenge. He just jumps here. There's an elbow. It's not intentional, just caught him in the ribs. Maybe it's just winded him.
It's been an eventful opening to the second half for Jermaine Beckford. Late in reporting for duty, therefore only used as a half-time substitute. With a chance to score within a minute, and now down after 8. But there's the goal scorer.
Oh, Mills jumps for it. He reacts very well. Osman pokes it away. Mills is the first to react. Hits it through a lot of blue shirts.
And scores his first FA Cup goal, captured for posterity. The bins are out in the stands, just checking on the condition of Jermaine Beckford. Physio Dominic Regan trying to sort out the informed striker who claimed 2 goals against Sunderland here at the weekend. He may only end up with 1 of them because The first one took a big deflection. Stuart Atwell, the fourth official, and a rather groggy looking Beckford. Hunters dispatched the ball into the park end.
It's nearly the car park.
And Beckford is back on. Ledgerwood. Jimmy Kebe, Mali international. And on Kebe goes, tangling with Rodwell, and it's a goal kick.
Well, he's done some nice things tonight, Kebe. His movement's been excellent. He's not frightened to run with the ball. He's got inside Leighton Baines on 2 occasions. Should have scored definitely first half, I thought. It's been a good outlet for them. But you've got to say, what Reading do well is they pass it when it's on, and when it's not on, they're not frightened to play down the sides and turn the 2 centre-halves.
David Moyes has gone hunting the ball. Into the opposition technical area he went. Gunnarsson. Neville. Osman.
Very much like the first half. I've got to say they're playing a little bit quicker, Everton, but still very erratic on the passing and still no movement in behind. It's all to fate, very easy for Reading. They're just shuffling across, wherever the ball goes, they just shuffle across in their numbers. It's very easy to deal with.
Arteta, Neville, Anichebe. Ledgerwood. Now Joby McAnuff. Anichebe has tracked back with him.
Well, they are getting the ball back quicker, Everton, when they lose it, but they've been very sloppy.
They're missing Cahill, injured, and Fellaini likewise. Stephen Pienaar was sold during the transfer window, with the end of his contract looming. And Yakubu is currently on loan at Leicester, so they're short on numbers. Arteta. Baines. Arteta. Long. Tab. And once more Ian Hart. McAnuff goes over the outstretched leg of Everton's captain, who will be booked.
Yep, rightly so. We haven't saw enough McAnuff. They haven't got the ball to him enough for me, and I think he has got the beating the Neville. He's got the legs on him. A little bit of skill here. Just plays it one side, and he's took him down deliberate. Bit of frustration creeping in now on Everton.
Phil Neville, 3 times a cup winner with Manchester United and a beaten finalist and skipper 2 years ago. McAnuff.
Well, if you get the ball out to him, he's wasted the opportunity there, McAnuff. As I said, he hasn't had enough of the ball. He has got the beaten Neville thing. Just get the ball out to his feet. There he goes. He gambles, Neville. Lucky enough for him, and Everton, he runs it out to play.
Will Neville have more to do now? He hasn't got Seamus Coleman in front of him.
I think Seamus Coleman's probably put another season and a half on him. I do want to say he does the whole of that right side, Seamus Coleman. He really helps Neville out a great deal.
Arteta. Just too strong for Leighton Baines. So an hour of frustration for the home supporters.
Well, it was the first time we saw somebody really wanting to gamble in behind the back four. Well organised Reading back four. Arteta a little bit of time. Baines makes a good run. He just overhits a pass. But you need your strikers to be spinning in a bit more, asking a few more questions.
Goodison Park, pretty quiet. Subdued, concerned.
Mills needed a shout there to Beckford was behind him. He didn't see him.
Baines. Jack Rodwell. And
well, it was a difficult bit of skill to just head that down for Beckford's path. Tried again to get in behind. He's tried to cushion the header down, just slightly overhits it.
Leon Osman. Simply outnumbered. Kebe leaves it for Gunnarsson.
Well, the one thing I'm going to do is panic. They've got to keep doing what they've done well. If there's nothing on, just play it down the sides. Long and Hunt will chase all day.
Dista. Arteta. Anichebe. Baines. Beckford.
Great chance. Very good chance. He pulls over the back of the two centre-halves, and he really should do a lot better. His movement's quite good. Pulls over the back. Just directed onto the goal. There's not enough pace on the cross.
Everton continuing to be defied by championship opposition.
Well, for all Everton applying the pressure, they're going to start leaving gaps, and as I said, Reading have got enough pace in this side to go and get a second goal.
Well, the Reading of last season had a player that made a difference in Gylfi Sigurdsson, the Icelander who eventually left for Hoffenheim, having scored 20 goals. Reading banked around about £7 million for him. They are, without their Premier League parachute payments, a club that probably has to sell one good player a year. But a lengthy cup run might negate the need for that.
They say the two strikers set the pace, don't they? Set the tempo. They're long, chasing lost causes alongside Hunt. They're really putting pressure on this back four of Everton.
Kebe. Down goes Kebe under the challenge of Baines, and the tally of yellow cards rises to 5. 3 of them brandished at Everton players now.
Well, Leighton Baines has got to get closer to Kebe. He's just dived in, took him down deliberate. Got no option. And he got the kick of the ball at him as well from Rodwell, I believe, so definite yellow.
Gunnarsson. Kebe. Ledgerwood. McAnuff. Mills. Rodwell. Kizanishvili. Osman. Beckford. Neville. Comes for Osman. And Gunnarsson quick enough to react.
Osman just couldn't get a good control of it. Neville does well. Beckford did excellent. He actually ran in behind. Bit of joy out to Neville. A little step over. Ball comes in. Ledgerwood's touch stops Mills from heading it. But they've cleared it yet again.
Arteta. Hearts up and over his own bar.
I think McCarthy's saying he's not allowed to come and get it. He's getting blocked off by Beckford, is it?
It's a point he's raised with the referee's assistant on the near side. And Andre Mariner is keeping a close eye on it too. Two number 6s, Jagielka and Gunnarsson.
I think you see this in every match, don't you? The referee pulls two, keep pushing and shoving, but they're all pushing and shoving.
The token too. Arteta again. Long's clearance. Baines. Leon Osman. Rodwell. No foul by Tab. Noel Hunt. Shane Long.
Not his best effort, but I think he did the right thing. He hit it nice and early. Tab does very, very well down his left-hand side. Hunt little ball into Long.
Saha. Rodwell. Baines in front of a pensive Goodison audience. Louis Saha. And Gunnarsson urged to clear by his keeper.
Oh, he's coming deeper and deeper, Saha, trying to get on the ball, and anything could happen here with that shot.
Osman. Jagielka. Leighton Baines. Baines. Hearts, he was fouled. He was tugged at by Beckford, and the referee's assistant, Andy Newbold, has flagged.
Well, a little bit of experience coming in there. Oh, just slightly backs into Beckford. Look, trying to stand his thing, he just goes over so easy. Linesman's bought it.
Hunt. Did strike him on the arm, it was inadvertent. Here's McAnuff. Gunnarsson. Kebe. Corner off Baines.
Well, there'll be no rush. Ian Hart will just jog across. There'll be no rush. Run the clock down slightly. I know there's 20 minutes to go, but you've got to say Redden have been excellent. They've defended brilliant. I think Mills has been absolutely different class at the back.
FA Cup and occasions such as this do offer the opportunity for players that perhaps didn't quite make it at Premier League level first time around to show their wares, and that's the case with Matthew Mills. Mills going up, but beaten by Rodwell. Kizanishvili. Important that Tab got a piece of that. Reading would have liked to have got rather more. Anichebe. Kebe. And McAnuff for Reading. Foul given against Arteta.
It's just not Everton's night. The passing's been poor. There's not enough movement, not enough options. All night they've looked flat. And you've got to, I'm not taking anything away from Redden. They've been excellent. Good game plan. And when they've had the opportunity to play, they've played.
Hart. Hunt, beaten by Distat. And Reading only 20 minutes or so away from what would be just their third ever FA Cup quarter-final. Noel Hunt. Kebe. Hunt with time now. Neville's header. J-Tab.
It's worth an effort. Good play again. Hunt is very, very well linking up with Kebe. The ball comes in. Tab, who has picked a lot of balls up which have been headed out the box. His position's been good.
Everton staring at their first defeat by lower division opposition in this competition since Oldham won here just over 3 years ago. Beckford didn't catch it. And Reading have taken a casualty. Matthew Mills.
Well, he's just caught him. Beckford, as he hits the shot, Mills gets across to block him. I think as he just puts his foot down, he's ended up trotting on Mills. Beckford, accidentally. A great first touch by Beckford. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the volley off. But he's just caught Mills. I'm sure he'll be all right. There it is. Anichebe gets up, wins the header. Great first touch. Second one at the best there. He just catches him on the angle.
Mills, Gunnarsson. Ledgett Woods. J-Tab. McAnuff caught by Neville.
Well, I know the crowd are very frustrated. It is a free kick. He's coming from behind McAnuff. He didn't really want the ball there. I think it was forced upon him. Neville just a little bit too tight. Free kick.
Hart. Behind off Hunt. Goal kick. Tomorrow we have more FA Cup action here on ESPN as Arsenal take on Leyton Orient. That's a fifth-round replay. And then on Saturday we have live Barclays Premier League football from Eastlands. Manchester City against Wigan Athletic. Anichebe. Kizanishvili waits for the keeper.
And eventually he comes and collects it. But they're just going everything forward now. Everton has thrown them. They've got three down the middle. Sahar's drifted out to this right-hand side to try and get the ball.
Hunt. Like an arm that came out and controlled it. Andre Mariner was given it, even though the referee's assistant, who had a better view, didn't.
No, he didn't. But Long again, terrific jump to flick that on.
Noel Hunt, whose girlfriend is an Everton fan, but has been made to sit amongst the Reading supporters here this evening.
I think eventually Church has been warming up for the last 10 minutes. I think he'll come on for Hunt.
Arteta. It's McCarthy's. Even though he's only played 4 first-team games, he is an England under-21 international.
Very confident. He's had a very good game. What he's had to do, you've got to realise, I don't think he's really been tested. The back four have been absolutely excellent.
And Reading, this unsung side, well managed, well guided by Brian McDermott, closing in on a notable cup scalp. And here comes Noel Hunt. And J-Tab, big deflection, sends it looping wide.
From where we're sitting, John, I thought that was going in the top corner. Again, Kevin flicks it on. Long just links the play. Great tackle by Hunt. Tab gets off the deflection. Oh.
He's not the most demonstrative of men, Brian McDermott. Very promising player in his day when he started off at Arsenal. Hearts.
It's not like him. It's not like him to waste the chance. With a nice delivery. I think McAnuff's struggling with a hamstring. He's just signalled to the bench. He's told Church to have a word with the bench.
Mills. Arteta. Baines. Hope for Everton.
One always is with a set piece.
Baines. Goalkeeper came and didn't get there. There's Saha! Big shout for hands, but the referee convinced that there was no such thing in that and has given a goal kick.
Well, the goalkeeper actually got off his line and tried to come and help the defence here. So many bodies, he's missed it completely. Saha swivels on it, and unfortunately by him, comes off his own player.
Everton going through the torment of what they hope will prove to be a rogue season. They had one after finishing 4th a few years ago. Bottom half the following year, full of frustration. But it's difficult given the financial world in which Everton have to operate. Keep on punching above their weight. Jose Baxter is going to come on shortly. Hart.
That's a good delivery. Somebody gambles near post.
Arteta. You're right about McAnuff, Chris. He's coming off. Saha's cross. Beckford's header. Osman! What a save by McCarthy! He made so much ground across his goal and somehow parried it away. Baines for Everton. Now Saha. Arteta. Anichebe. Big shout for hands this time, much bigger than the last one. But the answer is the same from the referee.
Let's just go back to that save. What a save that was. I thought it was goal. As soon as he comes back across, there's a handball. Well, it looks like he's pulled his hand away from me. But that save was absolutely top draw.
Well, Alex McCarthy with a chance to cement a reputation.
There it is, Saha digs across out. Everything's perfect. Beckford's header, Osman arrives. What a save, reflex save. Gets across the goal, makes himself big, left arm, pushes it away.
Substitution by Reading. Joby McAnuff off with what we think is a hamstring problem, and Hal Robson-Kanu A Welsh international appears on St David's Day. It's a question of whether Hart actually got his arm out of the way. I know he was trying to get it out of the way, but did he manage it?
Well, here we go. Let's see it as it comes off. Well, did he touch it? It looks like he has, doesn't it? Look. Oh, I don't know. Very hard to spot. We're having problems with the replay.
So how can the referee give it?
Exactly.
By the way, I know you've gone in your shell. You feel you've been got at this evening. For some reason, mention of penalties sent you scurrying away. I should mention that you scored one of the great FA Cup goals on this ground for Bradford City.
I can't believe it's took you 80 minutes to mention that.
I just felt if I didn't mention it, you probably wouldn't talk to me again.
I was trying to get it in before, but I just couldn't find the link.
Ledgerwood. Long. Hunt. Comes out to Tab. First involvement for Robson Kanu. New winger for Neville to deal with. Tab. Osman. Fouled.
You don't need to give free kicks away. Reading, it's going to be, what, 9 minutes plus X stoppage time. They're going to have to concentrate and keep working. They've done ever so well.
Arteta. Gunnison. Is it overstating it to say that Everton are playing to keep their season alive?
Most definitely.
Well, it is overstating it.
No, I honestly think if they go out of this cup here...
6 points clear of the drop. That is a foul. And Everton have a free kick. And it's not in the nature of David Moyes' teams to give up.
They've always got a chance, especially set pieces, Everton. Always big, strong side.
Everton taking it to Rodwell. Always rising.
Well, he has a straight, Rodwell. They'll be very happy with that, Redden, when they took a short free kick. They'll be delighted with that.
Simon Church looks like he's going to be next. Sent on from Brian McDermott's bench. McDermott, who was the chief scout for the best part of a decade at Reading, and as such forged strong working relationships with a number of the players you see out there today, notably Shane Long, who was invited to live at the then chief scout and reserve team manager's house for the first few weeks of his stay in the UK. On by Nietzsche, one bounce through to McCarthy.
They've just gone very direct. They're trying everything, Everton, I've got to say. Everything they've tried. Trying to pass it, they've tried to get in it away. They can't get in behind the back four. That's where the big problems have been.
Howard. Time of the essence for Everton. Arteta. Free kick, maybe a slightly soft one, but potentially a dangerous one. Meantime, Reading's director of football, who is a bundle of nervous energy at the best of times, is living every single moment of this. Either he's got a bet on, or else he's on the phone to John Medeski, the absent chairman. Could this be Everton's moment of cup salvation? Baines. Beckford didn't get it because McCarthy palmed it.
Keeper did well, did very well.
Phil Neville, who is soon to be substituted. Saha. Ledgerwood. Jagielka. Beckford. Mills with a Nietzsche. Andre Mariner shakes his head.
And Romano did excellent. The crowd made the roar. You think, will he give it? No. Well done, referee. He's looking for it all the time. He has a slight tug, but goes down too easy.
Replacement number 18, Simon Church.
Reading are withdrawing Noel Hunt. Much appreciated by the travelling legions from Royal Berkshire. And at a ground with a church, Reading are sending on a player of that name. No sign of Everton's change just yet. Neville. Beckford. There's Ledgerwood. Beckford skipped away from him. Mills was with him.
Well, Distan stayed up there and he got a lovely little flick on it, didn't he? But again, the back four holds solid. The goalkeeper comes out, picks it up yet again.
You can comfortably tally up Reading's cup quarter-final appearances on the fingers of one hand, with some to spare. 1927, 2010. That's it, but they're on the brink of a third. Referee plays an advantage. It's Saha. And that advantage comes to nothing. Robson Kanu.
He'll not mind that. The 1-0 up. He's run the ball into the corner flag. Waste a bit more time.
Do you think he said he won't shave until they go out of the cup? Might be getting the razor blade out soon.
I was going to say.
It is substitution time.
Everton substitution, please show your appreciation for number 18, Phil Neville.
Well, Phil Neville has tossed the armband to Phil
And Phil's
Jagielka.
replacement, number 37,
To
Jose
save time for his
Baxter.
team rather than jog all the way across the pitch. He's gone off on one side, and Jose Baxter has come on, a player who has taken a while to begin fulfilling his early potential. Everton's youngest ever player 3 years ago. Showing good form, a level below the first team. Kebe. Jagielka. It's a lonely walk for Everton's erstwhile captain. Beckford. Kizanishvili. Gunnarsson. Baines, Arteta, Anichebe.
You've got to say the goalkeeper's done well. The two centre-halves, especially Mills, they've been absolutely different class. As a team, they've worked their socks off.
Baines. Osman. Arteta. Jagielka. Goal kick.
Well, again, they've held firm. They're well disciplined, well organised. They have dropped deeper and deeper. They've been pushed back.
Brian McDermott is wondering how many. The answer is going to be 5.
Which will probably feel like about 15.
Beckford. Anichebe. Hearts steadily
The
back.
fourth official has indicated there'll be a minimum of 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes.
Well, that offers hope still to frustrated Evertonians. Leighton Baines. Long down, distant, Rodwell. And as they've done all night, Reading standing strong and holding firm. And now they can break with 3 against 3. Church, Kebe, chance to put Everton out of their misery. Jimmy Kebe has 2 to his left. Simon Church. And Reading have managed to lose all momentum in this attack.
Oh, Jimmy Kebe, what was he thinking? He was clear, and he's not going to catch him, Leighton Baines. He's checked inside. It's a sloppy pass across the area.
Hart. Goal kick it is.
Clock's ticking.
Kizanishvili. Church. Robson Kanu. Jagielka can't go back to his goalkeeper because of Long's diligence.
You just got to try and keep it red. They're trying to play football all the time down the sides. That's the ball, but try and just play it off them and run the clock down.
Reading, who triumphed one side of Stanley Park a year ago, on the brink of repeating the feat on the other. Osman. Saha. Rodwell slow to react. Ledgerwood. He has the remarkable record of having played 16 games for Reading, and he's not yet been on the losing side.
He's put a shift in tonight, sat in front at back 4, played very, very well.
Another Reading throw. And Everton's season ebbing away in front of the eyes of their fretful supporters. The hard part seemed to have been beating Chelsea, but all that counts for little now, unless they can find an equaliser in the last minute.
This will be an amazing result, considering Everton, the way they performed at Stamford Bridge to get here. Unbelievable Reading have been tonight.
If they pull it off, there will only have been 2 victories by Championship sides over Premier League teams in the Cup this season, and Reading will have registered both of them. No time to waste. Jagielka for Distin. Crowd urging him just to pump it forward. Anichebe. Kizanishvili whacked it against Victor Anichebe. Arteta, and Arteta through, and it was Matthew Mills again.
Yet again, he's been absolutely top draw tonight.
Long. Andre Mariner looking at his watch. It's another right royal night in Liverpool, and Reading go through to the last 8 of the FA Cup for only the 3rd time in their history. Matthew Mills proving to be a boon for Reading. And whatever happens to Leyton Orient at Arsenal tomorrow, there will be Football League representation in the quarter-finals of the Cup. Everton's players being booed by the supporters, but Brian McDermott, although you wouldn't know it from his facial expression, leading a celebratory party this evening on the journey home, no doubt. And one can only say that given the discipline and the sternness of their display, the way they stood up to Everton's challenge, which wasn't in truth all it might have been, Reading thoroughly deserve to progress. Everton leave the pitch with shoulders hunched and faces down, looking at the turf, not at the few remaining spectators, whilst Reading's players go across to their supporters to celebrate one of the most memorable cup results of their recent history, achieved by Matthew Mills' first half goal. Effectively the end of Everton's season. Reading's, though, rolls on to a quarter-final at either Manchester City or Aston Villa. It's finished Everton 0, Reading 1.
Congratulations to Reading football. Kevin Keegan and Dion Dublin at pitchside here at Goodison Park. Frustration and anger from the Everton fans, but the Reading fans in full voice, and deservedly so.
Yeah,
superb performance.
Yeah, it was, you know. Kevin and I said exactly the same thing. The work ethic of Reading was just outstanding. Everton, to me, just looked a little bit leggy. You know what? And you look at the guy on the screen, Hart, he was instrumental tonight.
Let's get an immediate reaction. Daryl Curry is with Reading's captain.
Ray, thank you very much. Matt, look at these fans behind you. What an amazing night for the club.
Amazing, yeah, you just summed up in one word. Boys are absolutely tremendous tonight. Sounds silly, but playing against these Premier League teams suits us, you know.
Doesn't scare you, does it?
No, I think we've beaten quite a few in the FA Cup over the last 2 years. I mean, the manager's unbelievable. The way he sets us up against these teams, we just go out there, we've got a game plan and we stick to it.
You were there all night, blocking shots at the end, but talk me through that goal.
To be honest, I had a chance on Saturday and I tried to take it first time and absolutely shanked it. So I thought, take your time, have a touch and see what happens. And luckily for me, it went in the back of the net.
Quarter-finals, back-to-back years. Last year it was Villa. Who do you want this time, Man City or Villa?
Aston Villa have knocked me out the last 2 years, so I wouldn't mind beating one of them and going to Wembley. But last year in the changing rooms, the lads were disappointed and we made it our mission to get to Wembley this year, so hopefully we can do that.
I think it says a lot that some of the Everton fans were clapping your team there. That's some performance and it's enough for the man of the match. Sponsored by Eon. Matt, well done tonight.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations to the Reading Football Club. It's only their 3rd ever FA Cup quarter-final. More reaction from the Reading dressing room to come. Everton fans somewhat in disbelief, but the Reading fans will cheer their team all the way home. Well, in a calendar year, they've had a terrific time, Reading Football Club. They won at Anfield this time last year, and tonight they've won at Goodison Park. The goal that beat Everton came in the first half. Their captain did it. It's a royal command performance from Reading Football Club, who are on their way to the quarter-finals of the Eon-sponsored FA Cup. Everton were the favourites. Reading have done it.
Osman, what a save
Reading have got it sorted on Merseyside in the FA Cup. Last season they won at Anfield, beat Liverpool. Tonight they've won here at Goodison Park and beaten Everton. More reaction from the Reading dressing room now. Back to Daryl Curry.
Ray, thank you very much. Alex McCarthy, one of the heroes tonight, and Noel Hunt, whose girlfriend was in the crowd. All Everton fans. You're in the bad books, aren't you?
No, I think I'm away with it now. It was a great result, you know, great effort from the boys right from the minute go. From the big man, you know, he's just come in recently and he's done fantastic for us. You know, made a crucial save near the end, and I think we deserved it, you know.
Everton were really pushing towards the end, but you seemed to be able to hit them on the break. You seemed confident on the ball all night.
Yeah, we were, to be fair. You know, we found little pockets of space. I think I just played off Shane a little bit, and you know, give us a little licence to go in there and to pick up the ball, and you know, it caused him a bit of problems, I think, and you know, the way we played, I think we soaked up a bit and we caught him on the break a couple of times.
Alex, some save. What did you know about it?
Oh, I didn't know not, to be fair. Ball's come across, I've sort of made myself big in that, and it's luckily enough it's hit me on the arm and gone straight out, so great save, I was pleased with it.
You perhaps surprised you didn't have that many saves to make coming to a Premier League club?
Yeah, no, I thought I was going to have quite a lot to do tonight, like loads of balls in the box, dealing with loads of them, quite a lot of shots in that, but to be fair, like the boys done excellent, everyone put a shift in that, and I didn't have to do too much, thank God.
Had Adam Federici been fit, you might not have played tonight. Is that what the FA Cup's all about, these kind of stories?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, Feds has been doing excellent for the team this season, but I've got my chance. I've come in and I've taken it, so I've been really pleased.
Noel, this club have done some amazing things in recent years, gone and won at Anfield. Another quarter-final for this club now. Who do you want, Man City or Villa?
No, we don't mind, to be fair. You know, I think when the draw was made earlier on, no one really talked about us. You know, it was all about Everton and stuff, you know, and you know, whoever we get, you know, we'll give them a good game, and you know, we're up for it. You know, right down from obviously Alex and goal all the way through midfield and up front. We really cause teams problems, and it's a big one for us. We know that, like, and we go there with a hope.
Well done tonight, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Kevin Keegan and Dion Dublin, they deserved it.
Thoroughly. From the front to the back, they worked their socks off. Everton could never, ever get time on the ball. We've seen Everton play against top-class sides like Chelsea and cause them problems. They never caused Reading too many problems tonight. Phil couldn't get forward down the right, Phil Neville, and Baines looked as if he'd run out of gas a bit. You know, I think he spent so much time with Kebe, taking him the other way. So great tactically.
Yeah. Looked incredibly leggy, Everton. Just looked really heavy leg, couldn't get to where they wanted to get to. Didn't play in behind Reading's back five at times. They started off with a back five. I'm saying to Kevin, they can't do this all game, but he had his tactics absolutely spot on. Absolutely superb.
Yeah, let's pay credit to Reading's performance, the way they went about this evening in the game plan. You said at the start, everybody had to be right over it. What did you say? Everyone's got to pick the oar up and row? Well, they did. They won the Olympics.
Oh, yeah, and here's the cock's coming over on the pitch now. he might rock the boat, but wow, his side have played for him tonight.
He must have worked on this game, waiting for this game. Here he is here. He must have waited for a long time. This game's come along.
Well done.
And he's got his
congratulations.
Tactics.
Absolutely.
Well done, sir. Congratulations. Come in here, pal.
Thanks for coming over to join us.
Come in here, mate.
Always welcome to sit on one of these.
You steady yourself down, because there's going to be a lot of people to talk to you about this for a long time. Can you take us through what your thoughts were before the game, what your game plan was, and what you thought about this tie?
We thought it was an opportunity for us, really. You know, we've got such a good bunch of players and such a good spirit. You know, we wanted to take the game to Everton. It didn't really work out first 15-20 minutes. They passed it round us, but we kept the shape. They passed it in front of us a lot of the time, and we got the goal. And you know, once we scored a goal, something for us to hang on to. Then Jimmy's got an opportunity 1v1, and then we're trying to hit them on the break. And we have got pace in the team. You know, we weren't going to sit back here. I felt if we sat back here, we were going to get well beat. So. But, you know, it's such a fantastic atmosphere, great crowd. You know, at the end there, you know, some of the Everton fans just stayed too.
They clapped you off. That doesn't happen very often when you play away from home.
You don't see that. So, you know, absolute credit to the Everton fans at the end.
And we said as well, I said just now, that you seem to start with a 5. And I thought, well, you can't do that all game. You seem to have your tactics absolutely spot on. I said it to Ray. You got it spot on. So
well, we started with Noel just off the striker. You know, one of their holding midfield. We thought they played 4-4-2. They didn't play that to start with. So, you know, we were just making sure Noel sort of took care of their holding midfield player and left Shane up front. But we wanted Noel to join in. So.
Defended so well from the front, though. You know, that's where it started. Your two front lads have run a million miles, and Everton never gave them time in the Premier League. Sometimes teams let each other play. You never let them play, and you thoroughly deserved your win because right through your team, everybody did the job you asked them to do, I think.
And Alex McCarthy, young goalkeeper, he's going to be a really, really good goalkeeper. He's made a fabulous save at the end.
I thought at the end he could have held it, no?
No, I'm not too worried about that.
What's the formula? Because you won this time last season about half a mile across Stanley Park that way, and you come here this evening, win at Anfield, win at Goodison. Generate a great spirit amongst your team.
Yeah, they have got a great spirit. I mean, in the league, we've had a lot of draws. You know, if we could have, I think we've had about 15 draws. If we could have turned like 4 of those into victories, we'd have been right up there. But you know, we're still going for the league as well. We're trying to do as well as we possibly can. And it just shows we're close. But if you can come to Anfield, put on a performance like that, you know, that gives us a lot of hope for the future.
Or Goodison.
Or Goodison even. I talked about last year.
Sorry.
Goodison.
Anfield, Goodison, Villa Park or City Manchester Stadium.
Don't come to Liverpool for your holidays, though. You know, your team's
won't be welcome.
I have to say, Kevin, the people around here are just fantastic. And you can always show the class of a club shows when you get beat. Not so much when you win, but you know they've got real class around here and at Anfield as well.
Well, we've got a couple of the instants to show you how your team went through. Let's take a look at the goal, because when you took the lead, what did you say to your team at half-time, having got ahead?
Well, I said to the team not to sit back. You know, we had to keep doing our jobs because we knew that Everton would come out strong, and you know, we were trying to get the second goal. That was the main thing, and we had opportunities to get the second goal.
Great delivery from Ian Hart about 4 or 5 times. This one, you know, it's for a centre half. He finishes it well. He keeps on the ball and great finish.
I thought he was immense tonight, our skipper.
He was superb.
You know, he won a lot of headers, and Sarah Kishnavili hasn't played for a while, but you know, an absolute class act. Brynjar Gunnarsson at right back as well hasn't played for a while, and you know, took a slot in there and play at right back the way he played tonight. Just absolute credit to every single one of them.
And I guess you expected that they changed things around, and Beckford didn't get here because of the motorway accident, and then Achibi came on. That was a challenge for your team to respond to that decisive substitution.
That was handy. I didn't know about the motorway accident, so that was quite handy. No, I didn't know about that, but no, they started to hit a few long balls on to Ian Hart, but he's really, really good in the area. You know, he won a hell of a lot of headers.
Yes.
So, you know, that was putting us on the break, really, but I couldn't...
You know, when we always talk about moments that sort of help teams through in cup ties, this save from your goalkeeper, as you mentioned before, late in the game. Magnificent.
Yeah.
This is one of the best saves I've ever seen. I mean, Osman does everything right, gets really good contact. He's 6 yards out and probably only 5 yards away from the keeper, so a yard off his line. What a save.
I must admit, I'm looking for that one to hit the back of the net there. You know what it's like really late in the game. You think, oh, no, that's a blow. But he has made a fantastic save, and he's come of age tonight. And we're blessed. We've got some really, really good goalkeepers at our club.
I was listening to John Champion in the commentary. He was saying that you're a fan of the FA Cup. You've been watching it from the very early stages in the early rounds. So if you are, this terrific for you to be making so much progress.
Well, I was at Arsenal in 1979 when, and you remember this well, Alan
Is that Kevin or me?
No, not so much you.
You'd finish your career by then.
No, when it's 79 when Alan Sunderland scored the winner, and it was the 3-2 game, and that stays with me really. The memories of that. And you know, this is a fantastic competition. You know, and we're talking about doing away with replays and stuff like that. It's just complete nonsense. It's a great competition, and you know, and look at Crawley's and Orient's and what they've done, and what we've done tonight. So
I don't know what your training regime is, but your fitness levels looked incredible tonight, and there was a massive difference on the pitch. And Kevin and I pointed it out that they look leggy, and you look fresh as daisies.
Yeah, Carl Allaby, my fitness coach, is excellent, and you know, he leads the training really, and he tells us the intensity that we have to train it. But we know that we'll go for a long period of time. We can go for 95 minutes. We've scored 13 goals in the last 5 minutes of games. Yeah, so you know,
what you added to that as well was when you got the ball, you didn't just stoof it. I mean, you played your way out. You took another pass. At most teams, they'd come here and just keep clearing it. In the end, you know, it was Everton who were doing that, and you had a lot of players who seemed to want the ball and wanted to keep the ball, you know.
Well, we felt the first pass out when we got it, you know, on the transition, when it turned over and it came our way, we thought the first pass was really, really important, you know, because at times Everton are brave. They play 2v2. You know, they played in 2v2 against our two strikers, but we felt if we could get a good first pass out, we were going to get into them, and we actually did that at times today.
Momentum, because now you push on again. You want to get towards the playoffs. You seem in very quiet, unassuming manager. I'm sure you have your moments when you need to, but it seems that everything is going in the right direction for the club, because when you took over, they're near the foot of the table. You're taking everything forward.
Yeah, we're just trying to build. We're trying to build every day, trying to build for the future. We've signed some young players. We've got a hell of a young squad there as well. And nights like that, it's just going to absolutely galvanise the club. You know, everybody's going to be absolutely delighted with that tonight.
Well, I would imagine self-belief and confidence now. City of Manchester Stadium, Villa Park, your players will feel that we can perform to our potential.
Yeah, I mean, we lost to Aston Villa last year in the quarter-finals. We were 2-0 up at half-time, and I said to the players that, you know, at half-time I said, listen, if you can see through the next 15 minutes, you'll be going through, you'll be in the semi-finals, and we were 3-2 down after 15 minutes, so there you go.
Even the best laid plans.
Yeah, absolutely. But, you know, that was another fantastic game, as it was tonight.
Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Lovely. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Well done. It's terrific, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're going to clap you off as well. Like the Everton fans did it, we're going to do it as well.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Well played.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Reading. Other side of the coin now, as far as Everton fans are concerned. Well, you have to go through this if you're a football fan. Oh. This young man will have to think back and remember the night that Everton went out of the FA Cup at home to Reading. There's always next season. Well played, Reading, now. Welcome back to just about deserted Goodison Park. The ground's still fixing the pitch, but they can't fix things as far as the FA Cup is concerned for Everton. Championship club Reading knocked them out here tonight at Goodison Park. There's the reaction from Everton boss David Moyes with Darryl.
David, never easy to discuss an evening like that. How disappointing was it?
Massively disappointing for us, because we'd done so well in the round previous, and we were setting ourselves up to try and get through. As I said in my programme notes, you can only ever ask for a home tie. And, we didn't take advantage of it.
What could you have done better in terms of the performance?
Well, we could have defended a set piece better, which cost the goal. I thought our attacking play tonight wasn't good enough. I thought, we'd one or two things, but not enough. And I thought that, they defended very well.
You seemed to start the game well, quite dominant early on. I know Seamus Coleman had a chance. Did you feel if you'd taken that, perhaps you would have pushed on at that time?
Yeah, that was a big chance for us at the back post and the header. They got back behind the ball, and we just didn't have enough craft in the final third of the pitch to really make anything happen.
You put two more strikers on at half-time, Anichebe and Beckford. Did they have the desired effect?
Probably not tonight, no. But we weren't having the desired effect in the first half, so we had to try something.
Psychologically, is it difficult to help a group of players to recover from this kind of a game?
Well, we've got a game on Saturday, so we have to be there, we have to play, and we have to try and do everything we can to get the points. There
was a big penalty shout in the second half, a possible handball. What was your view on that?
I've seen it there. I think it's a penalty kick. It hits his arm. It would be unfortunate, but it did hit his arm, and I think it was a penalty.
A word on Reading. Were you impressed by the way they played here tonight?
Terrific, the way they go about their job. The two forwards keep you occupied all the time. I actually thought that we coped. They had one or two chances, mainly from our mistakes or from us sort of trying to win the game later on. But I thought in the early part of the game we controlled it. But when you give away the goal, then it gave them something to defend, and we had to start chasing it. And the longer it went on, then obviously the more sort of desperate we became.
David, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that penalty appeal in a moment, but that was a sort of a blue balloon of optimism for Everton has just really been burst tonight. I think the way they've gone out the FA Cup, if they get beaten by Manchester City or Aston Villa next time away, but for Everton fans, they'll really be frustrated. This was a chance to finish the season on a massive high, and it's just
on a bit of a push as well, and then looking forward to the end of the season. They've really got nothing to look forward to at the moment. There's no goals for them at the moment.
You just see David Moyes' face there, and you can see the disappointment.
Everything's sapped.
Because he knows this was a chance. This was a real chance to win a trophy, the first trophy for Everton in his reign. And like we said before the game, no one deserves to win something more than he does. And his team, they just didn't do it for him tonight. It may be the Beckford thing, they maybe worked on things, but we're making excuses. They just didn't get going.
I think the disappointing thing is the manner of the defeat. The manner of the defeat. They didn't really play. Talent-wise, Everton have so much more talent on that pitch tonight, but it just didn't turn up. It didn't turn up.
But what about that penalty appeal?
You know what? We've seen it 5, 6 times, and we just can't say if it is or if it isn't.
I think there's no doubt, watching it, you feel that he does get a touch, but there's nobody behind him. It would have been a really, as David Moyes said fairly there, it would have been very, very
The only
harsh.
thing is, if you watch the ball, it seems to spin a lot more after it's left. You see it here?
Yeah,
it starts to spin incredibly quickly when it's left the area of the hand.
Yeah.
That can only mean that it's touched his hand, and if so...
It could have been given, of course it could, but it's not why Everton lost this game tonight.
Is it clutching at straws from an Everton point of view to say, we really needed this, that they will think they've been badly done to, for that to try and keep them in the FA Cup?
I don't think it's clutching at straws. I think, you know, if it's a penalty, it's a penalty, full stop. But I just feel that the chance at the far post, I forget who it was at the far post for Everton, first half, should have scored.
Yeah.
That would have been...
that was Coleman, yeah.
Coleman, yeah, that would have been... they would have been off and running then. But they didn't really do anything in the final third. David just said that in his interview. They had no craft in the final third.
It's a chance that you would have swallowed up, but you know, Seamus Coleman, he's played full-back, he's sort of moved forward, he's done a great job for a young kid, but he just didn't time it right, and had they gone that goal up, obviously we'd have been talking maybe about a
should have scored.
I mean, now to try and pick Everton up for the rest of the season, they're sort of... they don't want to limp towards the line, get safe, but there's...
If anybody can do it, though,
Cup was a chance.
If anybody can do it, though, Ray, you know, this manager, you know, David Moyes can do that. He's done it time and time again.
Also, the players he's got: Phil Neville, Cahill, you know,
and Jagielka,
Sylvain Distin,
yes.
Howard. These are really good professionals. So I don't think he'll have a problem. I don't think their season will peter out.
But power and the glory to the winners, Reading Football Club.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to pat them on the back. You've got to give them all the plaudits for this result today. I thought that Reading were outstanding. The way they went about business at the start of the game, outstanding.
And we picked a man of the match, but actually they had it.
It was the team of the match, wasn't it?
Every player did his job, right from the front, right through the midfield, and the back four and 5 early on, as you said,
was outstanding.
were outstanding.
And Brian McDermott, very quiet and assuming.
I didn't realise he was sat there at one stage.
But getting the job done.
Yeah, he is, and maybe that's how he's getting a response from his players. Maybe he's talking to them, you know, meticulously, you know, looking after personalities. Absolutely fantastic.
His player said in the interview, he set us up great, and he did. And it's wonderful when you're a manager, you set something up and it works like that.
Kevin Deon, thank you. Don't forget Arsenal tomorrow night in their replay against Orient. But well played, Reading. A Royal Command performance at Goodison Park. Bye for now.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Don't underestimate the things that I will do.
Reading have got to come here and get something. Big ask, but they did it a year ago at Liverpool.
We want to really go and make a good fist of this tonight. We're looking forward to the game.
The music gets louder. This is great, isn't it?
Dangerous, here comes Jimmy Kelly, chance for 2.